Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we're checking out the new Soviet Tier 8 destroyer, Neustrashimy. I got Splendento on there, kind of a nice balanced build. We got a little bit skewed towards the torps with the 4 slot and the first slot on the commander build, 4 slot on the ship there. Hotspot, domination mode game. Excellent game here. You guys are going to enjoy this one. One of the better high tier games I've played. Certainly L tier games with randoms. We usually get good high tier games with the members streams, of course, which we do each month on this channel, where we do precise count-ins and generally, the best games of the month, obviously. But this one we managed to squeeze a good one out with a bunch of randoms. So you guys are going to enjoy this one. Neustrashimy here. Like I said, I moved a little bit towards the torps, and that brings the reload down to a minute 45, give or take. Hard hitting, 18,000 damage, 10 kilometers, 69 knots in the water. So kind of balanced, but by moving the torpedo reload up a little bit, we got them more readily available. Guns, I like the accuracy. I like everything about them, the ballistics, the traverse, the reload. I don't know if the damage, I haven't run the damage per minute numbers yet. It feels a little bit lower compared to the other high tier ships. But I think this is going to be a rarely seen ship, so it could be a few players just determining the spreadsheet statistics for this one. All right, I've been having a fair amount of success with it so far, and I've been enjoying it. But I got it kind of set up with balance in mind and just good utility. All right, so I'm going to kind of leave it at that with the ship. We're just going to focus on this game because it is a really good game here. Like we said, we need to be focusing on this Alaska, or if I did or didn't say it, I can't remember, but that's the radar cruiser. Most important ship on their team, certainly. I don't know what our cruiser is. I didn't notice a moment ago when we looked at the roster, but if it's a radar, that should be the top priority for the red team. All right, so we got one destroyer spotted, and we got one of ours in the middle kind of chasing them, or at least spotting them. But all we really know right now is Yamato pushing it. I'm tempted to shoot, but I don't necessarily want to get too much of the attention for that Alaska. As he is moving over here, we're going to continue to call him out, and he is taking some shots, which is good. It's always a good sign when your team's shooting the cruiser, especially if he's trying to traverse early into the match horizontally, like he is. At least 1 or 2 ships have access to that broadside, so hopefully they continue to capitalize. Owami, now he's kind of, you can see our ships moving aggressively forward here, and I can tell that the Owami's not going to continue to move forwards. So I figured I'd launch one with the intent of hitting him if he turns in here, because we want to get this cap. Sumner, not quite contesting it, but Yamato is, and we can't get rid of the Yamato anytime soon. So very tight early on here. We got planes flying around too, which could spot us, and the radar closing in as well, the Alaska closing in. So we got some problems here, and we need to recognize as a destroyer, this is a play that most players don't want to make. They hate getting off the cap when you're on there, but you got to recognize the battleship pushing into you, especially into your blue detection ring, and he's within 5.9 kilometers of me, that's a fatal play. All right, a lot of battleship players can dodge your torps even at point-blank range, or if you're in between reloads, you're in trouble. All right, so we need to get the heck out of here, and in fact, he's coming around aggressively. We do have a salvo to counter that, but he's going to spot us, so we are forced to use the first smoke of the game here. Might as well shoot, might as well get some resets, see if we can catch him on fire. Looks like he's committed to the bid. He's pulling forward here, and he may sustain a torpedo hit or 2, which is great. All right, so we're doing what we can. We want to get him on fire and flood if possible. At this point in time, I wasn't sure if he already used his damage counter now, but it looks like he has. I think he's going to be flooding out here for a little bit, so we'll get some additional damage after that vicious 3 torpedo shot there. So he sustained a lot of damage. The Shima from the middle now spotted. We are down to ship, and it's going to be a very closely contested game, so we're going to have to keep an eye on the scoring throughout and the decision-making process. But if we can get that destroyer, these 3 destroyer games, clutch. We're already down 2 battleships now. That's 40% of our battleship power, and things aren't looking too good. Azumo, he's dueling it out there, and he does have the destroyer support on that side as well. And I think he's spotted there on the map briefly, the Sumner. So things aren't really looking all that hot over here. And to boot, we're not capturing B. Yamato is in the process of doing it. We're going to go ahead and shoot, get some more resets. The good news is our team grabbed C early. Now, the bad news, at least long term, is that they kind of abandoned it. Now, Usually that's going to be kind of a crazy play, but we do have one ship anchoring all the way to the north. I'd like to see him down a square or two, putting a little bit more close range pressure, but perhaps he's concerned about a destroyer, which I think that's actually what's going on there. But the rest of the guys, you could say, oh, well, you captured it, but you left all the attackers on blue there. But we did get some scoring there. It generated points for a couple minutes. We're now in position to capture B. And those guys, whether they were thinking about it consciously or not, they captured the base, once again turning on a spigot of points. And then they moved in here horizontally and helped with this. All right, so they got the Yamato down. They cleared the... Well, the Alaska's not quite clear yet. In fact, he's actually going to be a problem here in a little bit. But I'm kind of gambling because I see they're grabbing C now. I'm thinking, man, we're going to have to, trade these caps or at least grab B so we can even out the scoring because we don't want to get in a situation where they're scoring 2 caps to 1 for any length of time. But the Alaska, I'm thinking to myself, I'm probably in his range now. The Sumner, what's he doing? Is he going north with the Iwami? Is he chilling back there? Is he buffing his Dewey? Who knows? Is he coming back around to counter me? If the Alaska and the Sumner both push me here, we could definitely have some problems with that one. So trying to get this shot off with the Iwami here, get an ambush on him. Noticing twist and track, pointing to the east. That's the Sumner back in action. Or theoretically, depending on if it's just at the edge of it, it could be the Alaska. And then it flips over there past the gap. And now I'm getting pretty damn nervous. All right, I'm trying to get this launch off, and then I'm going to try and turn around and get the heck out of here. But as soon as I saw those shots, I whispered to myself, God damn it, he's close. Which is a major problem, because when he figures out I'm here, he could rush me and kill me. All right, so I'm trying to turn around here. This Shima coming in hot, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what's going on here? We don't need a suicide rush, not when we're down, oh my God, all the battleships. We're down 5 ships to 2. Not looking hot at all. We got 3 destroyers and a cruiser left. We'll see what we can do here. But as I kind of foreshadowed early, this is a pretty good game, so we'll see what happens. Alaska pushing in here. I'm looking at this. I think is right about now when I noticed, okay, we got no battleships, because I'm like, nobody's shooting this thing. So I'm like, oh, let's get some shots. Let's see if we can start whittling him down here. Maybe burn the radar, because we can pull forward and get behind the cover before he can come around. Shima, though, with a wicked shot, and down goes the Alaska with a booming shot from the Shima. Great play there. And that one is one of the huge turning points of the game. Iwami, and once again, keep an eye on the twist and track behind us. But Iwami, his guns are pointing to the east. He's distracted, not on us, not focused on us. We're going to try and get this damage on here, right? We got these shots. We might as well get them out there, see if we can get them on fire again. Get them off the board, because we're down to 3 destroyers versus 4 battleships and 2 destroyers on the red team. Background scoring locked even. We should still have a minor advantage there. Path to their home cap open, path to our home cap open. So this is a very interesting match with these domination mode games. The dynamics of who's going to go get what cap, very interesting. I do like this map quite a bit, as long as people aren't playing like a bunch of goofballs. And in this game, they're certainly not. All right, so we're going to try and get him off the board here. Where's the Sumner? The Sumner's taking his time, unfortunately for the red team. And we still have basically all of our health. And that's another reason that I'm kind of comfortable taking these shots. If he hits me, he hits me. But you can see there, sure, we're paying a little bit of a price. A little bit of that playmaking currency known as HP. But we still got plenty in the pocket. And it's kind of nice if you can get deep into the game as a destroyer with a lot of health, or even full health. Gives you a lot more options. Now, you guys watch me. I don't play destroyers conservatively at any point in the game. But if you can get late like this with a lot of the health left, it makes it easier. All right, so we're seeing the dude in the middle there. Well, I'm worried about him getting spotted, because they still got the 2 destroyers, right? And we know one of them is to the east of us doing God knows what. There he's on the twist and track. I'm going to try and force a torp here. This is a dangerous play. I know he's there. I'm assuming he's trying to torp me. He could be shooting me as well. Definitely shooting me. He's got AP. Okay, well, we're going to try and turn in an angle. We're going to turn hard, in fact. And that's going to counter the fact that he might have torped already, and he's shooting the AP. Thinking about the smoke. All right, he's using his smoke. He's low on health. I'm going to try and kill him without using the smoke, because it's late in the game. We need some tools. But he disengages, and now the destroyer there, or the Shima, spotted me. At this point, I need to immediately hit the smoke. I'm trying to force it. I'm trying to get away with this. But now we're burning a little bit of health that we don't have to give up. Forced to use the smoke. Again, disappointed. Tears rolling down my face. But the Yamato, the Shima does get him there in the middle. And you can see how close he is to their Team Shima, so he's going to have some problems. But we continue to rush here. I got to be careful about incoming torps, but we want to get this destroyer off the board, and both of us. Nice juicy smokes here. And, ooh, we got one torp on that northern battleship, whatever it is that we're trying to counter. And here's the summoner. Again, the same move. We're just assuming torp. So we're going to shoot, 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 and then we're going to, as soon as he's dead, we're going to turn hard. All right? You torp me? Well, I'm going to go the opposite direction. Almost everyone almost always torps on the indicator. And all you got to do is change what you're doing drastically, and you should be good. Down goes our Shima. 2 destroyers versus 1 destroyer, 2 battleships. Looking a lot better than it did a couple minutes ago. I'm starting to say, hey, check this out. We're not doing so bad. In fact, the other Shima on our team went and grabbed D alertly, and now I think I'm going to call out go get C, because I'm saying to myself, they got 2 battleships going to A along with that destroyer. The play for Red to make right now, if they can control all 3 ships, destroyer push me, destroyer spot me, hopefully get 1 battleship on A, and then both of those guys kill me close range. That takes off 1/2 of our remaining ships, tools, whatever. They can grab a cap, they can move into B, and probably win the game. All right, but nevertheless, a surprise move here as we're going to line up these torps. B. Well, that's an interesting play, and I think it's actually a pretty damn good play. All right, you can consider it in the comments and let us know what you think, but instead of grabbing A, which they're already in position to do, he goes to B. And if I'm playing that ship, I'm probably saying to myself, okay, the guy's going to go to D. And then if he's going down to D, well, he's in the mood to go get capped. So maybe that guy's going to get C. I can grab B, flip the capture of C by the blue team, kind of neutralize that play, and hope those guys can get one of those, get me off the board, So interesting play by the Shima on our team. He goes to counter that. All right, and he's moving into B. We're moving into B. I'm hoping this guy's going to get wiped out with the torps. He's actually going to eat 1 torp, and he's going to be lining up his damage controls. Take an eye on this guy for the rest of the game. Every time we hit him with a fire or flood, it's ready to be put out. But twist and track over here, we're moving in hot. Come on, boy, come and help me out here. And Shima's coming in to help. And where is their Shima? There he is. Again, the same play. We're going to assume, well, he shot right away, so he didn't torp right away. He just spotted us. It's probably not good enough to launch that quickly. Maybe is, but I don't think it. Now I'm seeing a delay in between shots. I'm sensing torps. We again turn hard and we gun it. And look at this torp dodge here. It's a thing of beauty. Do we get some widespreads mixed in there? Well, perhaps. Perhaps it's a problem. If not, we just got lucky, but might have been some widespreads. But nevertheless, now we got a science experiment. Let's just practice knocking these torps out. The aim points, knocking out different mods, see what we can do to them. Toy with them. We don't want to take too long, because of course we got the Grober. But the Grober, he's making a fatal mistake. He's moving northward, trying to perhaps increase the distance, worried about torpedoes, especially since we just got him. But he needs to be pushing in here. And imagine those secondaries going off, showering on me, him shooting me, maybe hitting me with a big booming blast. And the Shima, all of a sudden now they got a 2v1 with the caps tied. Or actually the cap advantage, and oh god, look at this orange blast of golden showers there, but luckily no harm, no foul. Didn't get hit, continuing to capture the base. But I think the Grober, I get it. He just ate the torp. He's trying to play conservative, but they need to keep an eye on the score, and they need to be saying, well, we're not in position to win on the score. Now we got to continue to put pressure. So now I know he's trying to win, so he's going to turn in, so we torp accordingly and take a shot there. Why not? And then I'm thinking, okay, let's both just get off this cap, because if he moves down here, it's going to take a minute, capture the base, maybe he'll have it for a little bit, but they can't win on score. But what we don't want to do is have him come down here and then kill one of us, at least. I think it'd be very close at that point, and if he gets us both with the secondaries going off, which is possible, if we're both playing like maniacs, well, then we're going to lose this game, which I'm already... The heart's pumping a little bit here. This is one of the more exciting games I've played in a long time. So I'm saying to myself, well, I got to get out of here. Hopefully he's getting out of here. And I keep telling him what to do, but he keeps proving over and over again that he understands how to win late in games and he's doing the right thing. This is a little bit nervous here just because he's getting a little close here, but I think he's got room to get out of there before he gets spotted. We get the torp hit once again. Looks like the flood is put out here. But we're able to just shoot a couple shots here. He shoots blindly. Makes me a little nervous because he might be able to hit the front of the ship. He couldn't aim at us. Certainly not. So he couldn't lock onto the bulk of the ship. But if he aimed just at the edge of the island, he might have been able to squeeze me a shot or two on there. Anyway, We continue to try and shoot. Look at those Shima torps on target, and he's going to go down. So great job with the destroyer play at the end here, and a lot of fun to play that one. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming all the time. Questions, comments, leave them below. Love to hear from you guys, and we'll see y'all later. All right, peace.